I am proud to say that our peritoneal dialysis center is one of the biggest anywhere in the world and one of the best known anywhere in the world. We started peritoneal dialysis along with two other centers in the country for the first time in the early 1990s and are now internationally recognized as one of the excellent centers for treatment of patients with kidney failure with this form of treatment. This peritoneal dialysis is a treatment that the patient or one of their family members can perform at home for kidneys which have been damaged completely or what is called end-stage renal disease. We have hundreds of patients who are doing this treatment all over the country and otherwise leading a normal life. This form of treatment is a boon to patients who want to work normally, and we have examples of people who have been on this treatment and have been chairmen of companies or have pursued medical education and become successful doctors, any form of work. And also they have taken holidays where they have gone abroad, such as to United States or holidays to Singapore or Far East, and perform their treatment while they are traveling in their hotel rooms. This form of treatment gives them a lot of independence. People on peritoneal dialysis, if they have a chance of their original kidney recovering, they have a chance of recovery on peritoneal dialysis than hemodialysis because it's a smooth treatment and allows the kidneys to recover if there is a chance for recovery. The peritoneal dialysis bag, they don't need any machinery. The bags are supplied to them at their homes and they can perform it at home. Also, if they are on the waiting list for cadaver kidney transplantation, it is much easier because one factor I told you, they are unlikely to have hepatitis C virus infection. Second thing is they can come when they are given a call that there is a cadaver donor organ available, they can come straight to the hospital and within minutes of their coming, they can be ready for the transplantation. People on hemodialysis will have to undergo tests whether they have developed a new infection of the hepatitis C virus. Then they will have to have one more session of hemodialysis which will take about 4 hours, and we also give a medicine called heparin which may delay their transplant further because heparin can cause bleeding. So in short, their waiting time after even reaching the hospital and having their transplant is much more. So I would strongly recommend people who are waiting for a cadaver kidney transplantation should be on peritoneal dialysis because it is much easier and they can come from longer distances. Generally for cadaver kidney transplantation, we want the patient to have the transplant within about 12 to 18 hours of the kidney being removed from the dead person. So if the patient is staying far away, they will have more chances of reaching within those designated hours if they are on peritoneal dialysis, because those on hemodialysis will need additional 4 hours of treatment before having the transplant. Peritoneal dialysis, though it is done only 3 times a day, 25 minutes each procedure, it practically the treatment is going on 24 hours a day. So when they reach the hospital, they can be immediately prepared and shifted to the operation theatre for the transplant surgery. The peritoneal dialysis treatment needs the patient to have a catheter, a tube to be inserted into the abdomen by a simple procedure which is done either by the nephrologist mainly or by one of the surgeons. And 2 weeks after that, generally we train them. They are trained by the clinical coordinators. The clinical coordinators train the patient in all aspects of how to do the treatment, and within 4 days the patient, if the patient is well enough, or 2 family members are trained, and within 4 days they become experts in performing this treatment. So the clinical coordinators essentially are people who become like family members for the patient on peritoneal dialysis, and they routinely once in a month go to the patient's home wherever they are staying all over the country, inspect them and give a feedback to the nephrologist about the treatment or if there are any problems. We also have, for the first time in the world, started a new type of following up patients on peritoneal dialysis using telemedicine. Here, the patients need not come to the hospital for any minor or sometimes even major problems. All they need to do is connect to the internet or use their smartphones and send us their complaints, and the complaints are immediately addressed. So this remote monitoring of peritoneal dialysis is the first time in the world which the patients themselves or the clinical coordinator, when they visit, can contact the training unit, which is called the mother unit, and from there itself immediately the problems are solved. So this is truly a big boon for patients on peritoneal dialysis, where they need not travel, and even if they are in the remote areas, if there is internet available or phone connectivity available, they can send videos and images, pictures of certain problem areas they are facing, like the picture of their CAPD bag, or if they have swelling in the legs, or what is called the exit site where the tube enters the abdomen, all these pictures, and then immediately we ask one more question and then they can send us one more video. It is inexpensive, they don't spend any money, but they get excellent care with this treatment, which we have published in the international journals such as Peritoneal Dialysis International, and it was appreciated by the Harvard Business Review